This is Trespass by Genesis, the classic LP with a surround mix tie-in. This begins my journey to review Genesis in surround. I probably won't do every album, but I will do the ones that I feel are really compelling to review and to compare the original mix with the SACD 5.1. Alright, so Trespass, just had a fresh listen to the LP. Lots of interesting melodies throughout this record, and you have a sound that strikes me as classic Genesis, even though you have John Mayhew on drums. Phil Collins hasn't shown up yet, and you have Phillips on guitar, so no Steve Hackett yet. Now, speaking of Phillips, he has quite a few interesting surround albums out, and my recommendation is Geese and the Ghost. That 5.1 DVD audio, if you love DVD audio 5.1 and early Genesis, you need that in your collection. It really is superb. Much of Genesis support that record, so in many ways it feels a lot like Trespass, but in more of a mellow pastoral way. More Genesis Trespass, this time the SACD. I'll play the stereo and 5.1 mixes. This was released in the US on an ordinary CD and DVD combo, and I found the European SACD DVD combo. Alright, so I just got through listening to Genesis Trespass SACD, the stereo SACD layer. I can say that it sounds very similar to the LP, but it is more detailed, and I would say that the LP is warmer, and this is going to be just more to take in. So I'm not sure which I prefer. This has absolutely no pops and clicks, and it's pretty convenient too. And when I play it, it doesn't wear it out. So I'd probably go with the SACD, but I actually really like both the LP and the SACD stereo. So now it's on to the SACD 5.1. I can't honestly wait. I am growing in love with this album as I've heard it, fairly deeply a few times now. And I think this 5.1 really close listening experience is going to just put me over. I think I understand why this is some people's favorite Genesis album. Okay, so Genesis Trespass. I've had a chance to sit and listen fairly closely to the 5.1 mix on the Super Audio CD. I also compared a couple of songs from the DVD video included in the 2007 reissue sets, and I watched those tracks in DTS and Dolby Digital. So I can tell you, for those of you who haven't ever got a copy of the European set, where you get a Super Audio CD and a DVD video, the US sets only came with CD and DVD video. If you were thinking about tracking down European Trespass, hoping that the SACD sounds substantially better than the DVD, I believe it does not sound significantly better than the DTS mix. Both the DTS and Super Audio CD 5.1 sound significantly better than Dolby Digital in this case. So, in my opinion, the good news for those of you who have US copies, if you are happy with the DVD video DTS 5.1 mix, you're good. Okay, so I've had a chance now to listen to the 1970 US LP, the 2007 SACD stereo, and SACD 5.1. My favorite sound for this record is the 1970 US vinyl. My overall favorite experience is the 5.1 mix. I think that the mastering for the SACD and DTS mostly are favorable for this material. I feel like the first track is a little overcooked actually, and then the mastering settles in. So I think it's a solid 5.1 mix from Nick Davis. I hear everything that I got familiar with on the LP spread all around me, and I think the mastering is mainly sympathetic. So Trespass, the 5.1 mix, gets a good rating from me. I don't think it's perfect, so I'd say maybe 4 out of 5 stars, and we'll see going forward. Now, I am fairly in love with this album at this point. It has really grown on me, so I'm curious to see how well Nursery Crime compares. I am a bit more familiar with Nursery Crime. I've listened to it a bit over the years. So now that I'm really primed up on Trespass, I want to see how Nursery Crime impacts me. We'll get some change of personnel and maybe a slight change of style. Not really though. I think they really hit their quintessential sound already with Trespass. But I'm eager to have Phil Collins join the group, and I want to start getting the sense for his early, signature drum licks and everything. So I'm excited. All right, so it's been really cool to compare Trespass LP with the Super Audio CD with the DVD video. I hope this has been informative and enjoyable for you. And now I feel that's quite enough of Trespass. Live life in surround.